Irvine has changed a lot. No matter you're thinking about moving to Irvine, working in Irvine, going to school in Irvine, you want to know the latest pros and cons about Irvine. Coming up, hi, I'm Regina Chen. I'm your local real estate agent right here in Irvine, California. If you want to know more about Irvine housing market, or you want to know specific property, or just get more insight about the various community, feel free to get my contact below. My phone number, email, calendar link are all in the description below. Feel free to reach out to me. I would love to chat. Irvine is a wonderful city to live in, but you want to make sure it's a good fit for you. Here are the pros and cons you need to take into consideration. Let's start with the pros. The first con is Irvine is such a safe and clean environment. Irvine consistently ranked as one of the safest cities in the US, and this is based on the FBI violent crime per capita. And it has been keep up the record for the consecutive 18 years. That is a record hard to match. No matter you like Irvine or not, I think you will agree when you visit Irvine, it will stand out, jump out at you. It is really a clean city, and that all contributed by the city ongoing street sweeping program and various Irvine neighborhoods. They all have their private maintenance, landscaping, ongoing new paint job, and pest control. All that add in to enable a very clean environment in Irvine. The second pro is Irvine has a top-notch education system. That's pretty well known when it comes to the Irvine Unified School District. It's on the public school side. In this video, I want to talk about the less known. There are actually several great private schools around Irvine. For example, Sage Hill School. This is a private independent high school from grade 9 through grade 12. It's located in Newport Beach. Or to be specific, it's in Newport Coast. There's also Fairmont Academy located in Anaheim, California. They offer education for grade from 7 to 12. There's also Pacific Academy. It's right in the center of Irvine. They are a K-12 private school. They focus on the project-based learning. They also offer a Chinese immersion program. Another option is TVT Community Day School. It is a top-ranked private K-12 school. It is also the #1 Jewish school in America by niche.com. Then there's Cream Lutheran High School. It's right here in Irvine, California. It's a private Christian high school from grade 9 through 12. You can find all these private school link in the description below for more information. Beyond the K through 12 school, we also have great, wonderful university and junior college. UC Irvine has been ranked one of the top American top 10 public university for 9 straight years by US News and World Report. We also have a great junior high community college, which is IVC, Irvine Valley College, which has been ranked the #3 of California's best 2-year college. Another pro about Irvine is that it has a thriving job market. Irvine is actually a hub of many different industries, including technology, healthcare, finance, just to name a few fast-growing public traded companies in Irvine. #1, Rivian, with a market capitalization of $16 billion, and a medical tech innovator, Massimo, has a $4.2 billion cap. Data giant Alteryx has a $2.6 billion cap. And retailer Boot Barn has a market cap of $2.3 billion. Another pro that Irvine residents appreciate is the city's cultural diversity. According to the City of Irvine website, so based on the U.S. Census Bureau July 2022 number, in Irvine, the total population is around 314,000 people. And in terms of the diversity, the race and ethnicity background, they are 43% Caucasian and another 43% of Asian, followed by 12% Hispanic. And there is 9% of 2 or more races. Another pro people appreciate about Irvine is all the beautiful parks and the recreation opportunities. You probably don't know, 1/3 of Irvine is parks. And every year the city will launch a park guide because there are over 300 parks in and around Irvine. You can get the 2023 park guide below in our description section. And just to name a few, if you love taking walks or watching birds, San Juan Marshall, that'll be a perfect place to go. It's so tranquil, relaxing. Another good one to visit is the Mason Regional Park. If you've never been there, you're gonna be impressed at how expensive the lawn is. And you always at the weekend, you always see there's always family having picnic or birthday party. The family will have a lot of fun at the Mason Regional Park. Then there's Portola Spring Community Park. If your kids are playing soccer, you probably not be a stranger to the Portola Spring. There's so many like awesome sports field. They also have pickleball courts for adults to play and enjoy. And if you are a mountain biker, you definitely enjoy Irvine's Northern Open Space Reserve. Well, with the all above excellent quality of life, it does come with a price. So that brings us to the Irvine cons. Number one is high cost of living. Well, it's been a while since last time I did the cost of living video, so I want to provide you the most latest, most updated information. So let's talk about the housing cost. That's a big chunk, majority of the total cost of living. In 2023, if you're renting, in terms of rent, for a 2-bedroom rent, on average, the rent is around $3,000. If you're looking at a 3-bedroom rental, an average rent will be around $4,200. If you're thinking about buying a home in Irvine, 3-bedroom, it's around $1.3 million, as the recording date is early December 2023. If it's a 4-bedroom home, you are looking to shout out $1.7 million. According to the website bestplaces.net, in terms of the cost of living, as we just covered specifically how much the rent and home price in Irvine, just want to show you in terms of index, if we're looking at the housing cost, if the US as the base 100, Irvine's housing cost is almost 3.5 times than the US average. And even compared to California average, Irvine is still substantially higher than California. In terms of grocery, Irvine is looking at about 5 to 6% higher than national average. So overall, the cost of living, Irvine is about 65% higher than the nation average, even higher than California. While California is sitting at 150, then Irvine is 165. The next con I want to talk about is traffic congestion. Well, according to World Population Review in 2020, from 2020 to 2023, the Irvine population grew by 8,000 people. That means they were, with how the city continued to grow, more people moving into Irvine, the traffic issue is kind of expected. But I want to show you how bad the traffic is. Let's look at the chart. According to geostats.org, in Irvine, the morning commute probably start from 7 o'clock through 10. I think that's understandable. Probably for those families sending kids to school, we can see the spike from 7 o'clock through 8:30, maybe from the 8:30 to 10 more for those just the professional single people. They need to hit the office. That's why we still see more traffic from 8:30 to 10. And between that period of time, 7 to 10 o'clock, the worst time or the peak commuters on the road will be between 8 o'clock to 8:30. And according to stats, we're looking at 17,377 commuter on the road between 8 and 8:30. Maybe that's a time good to avoid. You either leave early or later. And here's another angle to look at the traffic. So it looks like the bulk of commuter, they travel, the total commute time for them is between 10 to 24 minutes. Let's see, that's accounted for how many commuter. All right, so we add up all the 3 bars from 10 to 14 minutes, 15 to 19 minutes, 20 to 24 minutes. So between 10 to 25, we're looking at around like 55,700 commuter in Irvine. That's their biggest range of commuting. So I guess between 10 to 24 minutes commute, that's pretty standard for Irvine residents. How does that compare to the US average? All right, so if we're looking at the stats from the bestplaces.net, they were talking about, so we already talked about the breakdown in terms of commute in Irvine. So on average, a one-way commute in Irvine takes about 25 minutes. And actually, compared to US average, that's 26.4. So it's actually shorter than the national average. It's not too bad. But by no means I'm saying that the traffic's good. I'm not saying that. I just, if anything, okay, it's not perfect, but we're not too bad. Next I'm going to talk about is that it's kind of related to the traffic that well, we have like Irvine, we have like more limited public transportation. We do have bus, we have the Orange County Transportation Authority, we do have the metro lane, we have the train, but majority people do drive around. Even for school bus has very limited coverage, so that's something you need to be aware of. It'll be kind of hard to don't have your car to get around in Irvine. I would say that for the most bus user I see is most likely like the college student going to like UC Irvine. They might be like international student or so yeah, I do agree there weren't a lot of options in terms of public transportation. Another con about Irvine is that we really don't have much nightlife. Yeah, that just we have to deal with. If you are looking for something like a speakeasy or clubbing, you probably need to go out to Costa Mesa, Newport in order to get you more options there. If anything in Irvine, I can think of probably will be the Diamond Jamboree Plaza, but that's more catered to younger crowd. Let's see, what do they have over there? They have those like a gaming center, the Contender Esports. They have that virtual reality. They do have those like a Chinese foot massage that closed later. Not really so much nightlife. So just be aware that if you're looking for something fun at night, probably it's hard to find in Irvine. And the next comment is the big one. It's about the homeowner association restriction, HOA. So the city, Irvine, the planned community often come with a strict HOA rules and regulation. For example, number one, the parking situation. It's pretty common for most neighborhood community in Irvine that, let's say you have 3 cars, but you have 2-car garage. You don't just assume that you'll be able to park right in front of your unit. A lot of time there's a parking restriction that most HOA requires you to apply for additional parking permit or decal. How do they do that? Is that you have to go through HOA to schedule a garage inspection, because HOA want you to make sure that you utilize your the 2-car garage space first. Then to justify you do have a need for your 3rd car or additional car, then you're gonna pay for a fee, get a sticker. That's how you can park your a 3rd vehicle on the street overnight for a extended period of time. Also, when it comes to if you have doing some renovation, any changes, even it's internal, the HOA sometimes requires you to file to notify the HOA board and also notify your neighbor. Even it's not structural, just make the neighbor aware that the HOA is aware of it. A lot of time, apart from the application form sent it to the HOA board, for example, in our community, we are required to notify our neighbor by asking your neighbor to sign off, just so they are aware that we're doing something, no matter is some replacing our floor or changing our window. So that's a pretty common requirement for HOA. Another situation is I've seen a lot for a lot of my clients coming from other city or county or even city states, that when they purchase like a single family home, they feel like, okay, this is my house, my lot, my land. I can I have the discretion to extend or push out to do any changes. But actually in Irvine, apart from HOA, a lot of those projects, you always want to run it by city. Make sure it might require additional permit, and you have to notify HOA. If you're buying a new build home, a new construction home, there's additional rules and regulation, and it vary from community to community. So always check with your HOA. For example, majority of time that for a new home, and the HOA will give you a certain period of time, the grace period. You have to get your yard done. And when it's done, you have to notify the HOA. And some HOA maybe have an even more stringent standard what you can do or what kind of plant you can plant, especially in the front yard. It has twofold. They want to make sure the consistent look of the community to preserve the property value. A second thing is given the drought California is going through, a lot of places has a list, want the homeowner to be more water conscious and beware of the water conservation. So they kind of have a list of what kind of plant you can do, even though it's your yard. So the best policy to approach the HOA situation is that during the home purchase process, you'll be given the whole HOA CCNR, the covenant, regulation, and rules. Make sure you read through all that and understand. Don't miss any detail that could be like very specific, unique to your community. So you won't have any bad surprise after you bought a home. If you want to know more about the Irvine housing market, or you want to know specific property, or want to know more about all the Irvine's community, well, feel free to get my contact, my phone number, email, calendar link to schedule a Zoom call. All the information are in the description below. Feel free to reach out. I would love to chat.